Thursday morning in Washington brought about an abrupt escalation. President Donald Trump fired off a series of social media posts targeting 6 Democratic lawmakers, veterans and former intelligence officials who recently released a video urging U.S. service members to refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law or our Constitution.
We know this is hard,
and that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
the Army,
or Navy,
the Air Force,
your vigilance is critical.
And know that we have your back.
Because now, more than ever,
the American people need you. We need you to stand up for our laws,
our Constitution,
and who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up the ship.
In his post, Trump labeled the lawmakers as traitors, seditious behavior, punishable by death, he asked. Lock them up, and reposted comments calling for them to be hanged. The video in question featured Senators Elissa Slotkin and Mark Kelly, Representatives Jason Crow, Chrissy Holhan, Maggie Goodlander, and Chris Delizio, speaking directly to military and intelligence personnel. In it, they said, "You can refuse illegal orders. No one has to carry out orders that violate the law or our Constitution." Reaction on Capitol Hill was immediate. Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer called the president's remarks a call for the execution of elected officials and urged every member, regardless of party, to condemn them. In the House, Democratic leadership described the post as disgusting and dangerous death threats against members of Congress. On the Republican side, House Speaker Mike Johnson did not defend Trump's execution rhetoric, but called Democrats' video wildly inappropriate and very dangerous for telling troops to disobey orders. At the White House briefing, Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt was pressed on whether the president was urging execution of lawmakers. Her answer, no. But she added that the Democrats' video perhaps is punishable by law, and that encouraging service members to defy the chain of command is a very dangerous thing, and they should be held accountable.
This morning, President Trump accused 6 Democratic lawmakers of seditious behavior punishable by death. Just to be clear, does the president want to execute members of Congress?
No. Let's be clear about what the president is responding to, because many in this room want to talk about the president's response, but not what brought the president to responding in this way. You have sitting members of the United States Congress who conspired together to orchestrate a video message to members of the United States military, to active duty service members, to members of the national security apparatus, encouraging them to defy the president's lawful orders. The sanctity of our military rests on the chain of command. And if that chain of command is broken, it can lead to people getting killed. It can lead to chaos. And that's what these members of Congress who swore an oath to abide by the Constitution are essentially encouraging. We have 1.3 active duty service members in this country. And if they hear this radical message from sitting members of Congress, that could inspire chaos, and it could incite violence, and it certainly could disrupt the chain of command. These 3 members of Congress, I will also add, knew exactly what they were doing. You look at Elissa Slotkin. She's a former member of the CIA. Mark Kelly was a captain in the U.S. Navy. Maggie Goodlander was a naval officer, and notably, she is also the wife of Joe Biden's national security former advisor, Jake Sullivan. And so these members knew what they were doing. They were leading into their credentials as former members of our military, as veterans, as former members of the national security apparatus to signal to people serving under this commander-in-chief, Donald Trump, that you can defy him and you can betray your oath of office. That is a very, very dangerous message, and it perhaps is punishable by law. I'm not a lawyer. I'll leave that to the Department of Justice and the Department of War to decide.
The stakes extend beyond partisan back and forth. At the center are competing interpretations of constitutional duty, what qualifies as an unlawful order in the military, how far political speech can go, and whether elected officials should be addressing service members directly about such questions. Supporters of the Democrats argue that it's a reminder of the military's obligation to the Constitution. Critics say it risks undermining the chain of command and fueling mistrust. As one lawmaker put it, if we don't draw a line here, there is no line left to draw.